From the minds of motivation, sending positive vibration. Star supporters, true soldiers, earth fighters. Deep down in my spirit, unite. What's up, guys? It's your boy BTN, Break the News of Decoder, and I am your Decoder Information. And today we're back in the video. As you can see by the title, this title is called Questions That Decode the Plandemic. Now, if you don't know what a plandemic is, it's basically the play on words of pandemic, which is a pandemic is a it's when a virus or anything that's going crazy all over the world, any viral incident or any like basically predicated towards viruses going all over the world and being more effective towards people that are in higher cities or lower cities. So plandemic, excuse me. So let's get into it. What's the first question we want to ask about coronavirus? Or coronavirus, which is the first virus, and then COVID-19, which is the disease that comes after the novel coronavirus. So now let's explain this. We want to see how everything adds up based off our questioning. And based off of our questioning, this will allow us to understand where we stand in the US and how everything is really planned out. Let's get into it. So we know back in 2019, COVID-19 was everywhere, all over China. The news never told you that COVID-19 was in China and nothing was going on. There's a reason why they didn't tell you that. Because they knew there was a virus going on. But we didn't know about it because us as American citizens, we were too busy occupied with drama and everyday lively things, right? Back in 2019. So the question is, why did the news tell us about COVID-19 back in 2019? Good question. I'll leave it to you guys to figure it out. First question. Second question. Since we know that the virus has been going on since 2019, right? COVID-19. We should also know that Bill Gates, or aka Kill Bill, aka pedophile, has even made a predictive programming Event 201 back in 2019 stating that there's going to be a virus in the near future, right? Or he was basically making a simulation talking about preparing for a viral outbreak. And people say he predicted what was going to happen, right? But if he predicted what was going to happen, then how could that explain Bill Gates' connection to China? Because Bill Gates has a connection to China. Bill Gates has actually put millions of dollars to help China have better medical equipment. Bill Gates has actually put millions of dollars towards China industries. So how does that make any sense? Bill Gates has also put money towards 5G networking, which is owned and ran by China, Communist China, or Hawaii. Not only that, but Bill Gates, since he has connections to China, he should have also known that in 2019, the same year he predicted the Event 201 simulation outbreak, he should also know that Wuhan been had the COVID-19 or the virus since 2019. So how could he have predicted something that he already known based off his relationship with China back in 2019? Based off of the COVID-19? Second question, plandemic? I think not. First question, plandemic? I think not. Conspiracy theory? I think not. Third question, that for sure solidified and confirmed that this is for sure a planned fucking demic. Now, third question. Now, I'm not sure many of you have known, but America is a snakish country. I think you guys are very aware of this very deceiving ass country. Now, this third question is going to blow your mind. Okay? So the US, right? The US also had their first travel case back in 2019. 2020. The first travel case of the coronavirus patient or the COVID-19 patient was in Wuhan. It was a Washingtonian citizen from Washington D.C. that went to Wuhan, China, back in 2019, and that same person came back to the U.S. back in 2020 when COVID-19 was crazy going on back into China. So that same Washingtonian patient traveled back to the U.S., right, with the virus. Now, let's continue going. That same patient went to the hospitals back to D.C., got treated for the virus. Remember, the first travel case in the U.S., the first one, got treated. This same patient got treated by the hospitals, and nobody quarantined this patient. Nobody quarantined Washington, because that's where the patient went, to Washington. This Washingtonian patient, back from Wuhan, China, to the U.S., back to Washington. Nobody quarantined Washington, right? And now what happened? CDC knows about this. They didn't do anything about it. Everybody basically knows about this first travel case. Nobody covers it on the news. Nobody talks about it until March. Question: why didn't they report this first travel case, coronavirus first travel case patient in the U.S.? Good question. Plandemic? I think not. Conspiracy theories? I think not. Now, let's go to March. Because remember, this first travel case patient came back in January 23rd. But the news reporters never reported that. Okay? Let's move on. Let's get to the virus actually coming to the U.S. now. Let's get to the propaganda. Okay? March, right? That's when we start hearing about the viral epidemic. We start hearing about the virus being crazy and it's taking over the world and whoop-de-whoop. A lot of that bullshit, okay? Okay. So when we start hearing about this virus taking over, we start hearing about the news reporters reporting this virus. Now, who asked the question is, you guys knew about the first travel case patient, but y'all didn't report it. But somehow we have a coronavirus outbreak in the U.S. and not even notifying that this first outbreak happened because there was a U.S. citizen that came from Wuhan, China, and that had the virus, and it was never reported. Let's get to March, okay? News reporters report the virus, and everything is everywhere. Oh, it's an outbreak everywhere. It's outbreak. Now everybody's scared, shaking their boots, scared, whatnot. What else in March? Now they're talking about stuff like we need to take precaution. We need to get everybody from their jobs. We need to get everybody go home. We need to protect everybody from this virus and the invisible enemy type shit, right? Okay? Now, why did they wait till March to report this virus? You would ask. Okay. Think about March. March is spring. That's when allergies are really aggressive. That's when you're sneezing and coughing a lot. That's when you're having really bad allergies in the springtime. Why not report this around March? Why not report a virus around March when you know people are getting allergic? People having allergies. Now they're going to be more scared because they think they have the virus and the virus is really out there because it's springtime. They're not slick, guys. They know exactly what they did. Plandemic? I think not. Next question. Okay, now we're into we're 2 months in and the virus is taking over, right? Okay. So now, let's get into the theories, okay? Let's get into understanding why everything is where it is. March, okay? Let's get into the mask. Let's get into the, basically all the BS that we've heard so far of how everything has originated. Let's ask the question is, how all this come about? Okay? How do you have infectionist experts like Dr. Fauci, like other infectionist expert doctors? How do you have all these experts and nobody knows where the virus has come from? Nobody knows where this outbreak has originated from. But you have all these infectionist experts What schools are you guys going to? Who qualifies you guys for your positions? If you guys don't know where this virus comes from. On top of that, we have had too many origins of this virus. Let's understand that this virus they said it came from Wuhan, it came from the Wuhan market, food market, and then it came from the market and it got to a human. Then the human got sick from this food market, these bats. So it was a bat, food market, then a human. So it got through the food to the human being, and the human being got a virus, right? Now, we understand zoonotic diseases, okay? Okay? We understand animals to human connections. How did a viral virus like this happen so quickly? How did this virus travel so fast if this was only in Wuhan, China? How did this virus travel all the way to the US that quickly? Right? How did this virus travel all over the world that quickly? Right? If you have such infection disease experts that have degrees in certain fields of knowledge, when y'all know how to have certain precautions to secure certain events? Good question. Plandemic? I think not. Let's get into the next one. Now, let's start understanding the next one. So, let's understand, y'all, that hold on, y'all, real quick. Okay, I'm back, guys. Okay, so the next question is this. We want to understand how did everybody get fired from their jobs? How come everybody lost their jobs except the news reporters, except the politicians, except the police officers, except the departments? Right? You mean to tell me this virus was such a threat to regular civilians, but it's not a threat to the public leaders, the world leaders? You mean to tell me this virus was a threat to us, but it wasn't a threat to these news reporters that's constantly going outside with no mask on, that's constantly reporting fear-mongering energy? You mean to tell me this virus wasn't a threat towards all of these people, even the police officers, but somehow it's a threat to the American citizens? We lose our rights to travel, our rights to move around, our rights to operate, but somehow you guys still have your abilities to move around and travel freely. You guys still have your rights. You still have your rights to speak, your rights to go to your jobs, but somehow everybody else lost their rights. What makes y'all jobs so more special than the American citizens? That y'all can continue to talk to us about what's going on while y'all sit behind y'all desks and still make money, while the rest of the whole world is still under the enslavement of an economic depression that was caused by the pandemic? I think not. Bam. Next question. We have evidence and proof. I have evidence and proof, and the true soldiers and everybody else have evidence and proof that the U.S. Health Department has emails stating when the virus took off, they had a thread, an email thread that said Red Dawn. Do you guys know what Red Dawn is? Red Dawn was a movie about communist parties attacking the U.S. and basically taking over the U.S. democracy. Right? So why would they have a thread? Why would our own government have a thread, email thread called, y'all government, because I don't claim this government. Why would the emails have a Red Dawn thread attached to it based upon a movie about communist parties taking over democratic territory if they wasn't for that? Why would y'all governors that's for democracy, for the people, have that type of name attached to it. I'll tell you why. Because this COVID-19 or this coronavirus is actually a communist virus. It's actually a communist disease. And they're trying to create a communist economy. And if you're not careful, history will repeat itself. And only those that understand history can stop it, such as people like me and other truth tellers. Now, conspiracy? I think not. Plandemic? I think not. What else is fishy, fishy, fishy? How is it that Bill Gates, aka Kill Bill, aka pedophile, how is that this man can tell us about viruses and how what's to take, what vaccines to take, when he has records of killing millions of children with dangerous vaccines? Last I checked, not too long ago, recently, some African kids just died from the vaccines that were given to them by his company. You know what I'm saying? But yet they're advocating vaccines. Last I checked, Bill Gates doesn't have a degree in health. He doesn't have a doctorate degree in the health field. But yet a college dropout, a rich billionaire college dropout, can tell us about our own health and our own immunity and our own body. Yet he couldn't even kill a damn computer virus. Mr. Microsoft man couldn't even kill a computer virus, but you're talking about killing a virus that you and company helped Plandemic made. Right? Huh? Plandemic? Conspiracy? I think not. What else? What else questions could we ask that further proves the case that this was all a part of the plan? Could it be that this virus happened so fast in the month of March? It happened so fast that they're already talking about a vaccine before it even gets here. How the hell do you have a solution to your problem before it already gets here? You already talking about vaccinations, and the virus haven't even been out for a good minute now. Could it be that you guys already thinking about it before it happened? Could it be that you guys was already just planning and plotting to release this before it happened? I might just be predicting that May 14th might be the day that they try to actually mandate something and try to actually get something started. Just a little prediction, based off a little something I was researching about the goddess, the Corona goddess, or the Saint Corona girl. Y'all look into Saint Corona. She got a lot of, y'all gonna learn a lot from that belief. Now, Plandemic, I think not. Conspiracy, I think not. Now, what is the ultimate level of question? What is the ultimate question we should be asking? Well, the ultimate question we should be asking at this point is this: why are we allowing people, government officials, to dictate, to tell us that we should have a shot in our bodies? Why are we allowing them to tell us that we should want something in our bodies? Isn't this our body? Aren't we sovereign beings? So why are we having people trying to infringe their belief system upon our physical vessel that should be utilized for our own decisions and not for their business endeavors and not for their corporate decision or their agenda? Okay? Take back your rights. I told you, I'm not an American, I'm a sovereignian. And I'm going to make a video about being a sovereignian because I'm going to explain in depth what I mean by that. Not in this video. But guys, I've touched on a lot of information in this video, and I want you guys to start questioning things for what they truly are. because a lot of things don't make any sense because they weren't meant to make sense. Only those that's in power can make sense of things because they know how they created this whole problem in the first place. And it's either you're going to be a smart person to understand you're more powerful than these people that hide behind these suits and clothing and these suits and ties and smile all day like they're really on some shit, or you're going to take your power back as a sovereign being. The choice is yours. And I love y'all. Stay tuned for more.